What's up, fight fans? This is Kurt DeVille with Counterpunch Boxing News, and I have some new news, some unfortunate news concerning an MMA fighter. MMA fighter that's 26 years of age dies after suffering a brain injury after a mixed martial arts match. Saeideh Aletaha was 26 years old, and she was injured during a fight at the Fast and Furious Fight Series match in Southampton and was taken to the hospital shortly after, police said. She died Sunday morning, according to BBC. Saeideh Aletaha pictured holding pads during training session with fellow MMA practice coach. All competitors, they said, get in preparations that they may be injured in. This is something not to be expected to happen 99.9% of the time, the statement said, but it can, and in this we make the environment as safe as possible, with pre and post medicals from a doctor and full medical cover throughout, with doctor, paramedic, and ambulance on site, along with our experienced team of staff with numerous first aids. Safety is not something ever skipped on in any of our 19 shows, and all matches are made equal. Thoughts, of course, go out to the family, the friends, and teammates. If anyone needs any support, of course, please contact the coaches. Saeideh Aletaha was an amateur mixed martial artist. According to the coaches, she was very dedicated. This is unfortunate and very, very unlikely, being that it's an MMA match, because a lot of times those type of fights don't get to that point of death. This just lets you know, any contact sport, if it's boxing, UFC, MMA, you name it, things can happen because it's physical. Anytime you're striking a person, especially with elbows, knees, feet, head, these type of blows can hurt you and can kill you. And this shows you that. It just shows you that people train in a combat sport. Combat sports is something that you should always take seriously. It should be something that you shouldn't take for granted. Life is not for granted. We've had boxing deaths, quite a few this year. Now, this is the first MMA death that involves this sport this year. That's why it's worth mentioning, because, Saeideh Aletaha is a fighter, or was a fighter, should I say, that loved the sport, just like Patrick Day loved the sport, and many others that did sacrifice their life for the sports that they love. And it's unfortunate that these type of things happen. However, this video is dedicated to her, but it should inform people that any contact sport is very, very dangerous and taken very seriously. And you should have the mentality of protecting yourself and knowing the responsibility and the reality of being in these contact sports. But anyway, my heart and prayers go out to Saeideh Aletaha, which is 26 years old, very young. Her and her family, blessings go up to her, and I hope their family can get through this. Again, this is very unfortunate, and then very, very unlikely, that this happens, because this hardly ever happens in MMA. But anyway, you guys tell me what you think about this young fighter. Of course, please subscribe. And you guys been Counterpunch. Peace.